In a galaxy far, far away, the legendary Sith Lord Darth Maul has faced many formidable foes. But today, he steps into a new world, one filled with perilous landscapes, mythical creatures, and ancient mysteries. Welcome to Elden Ring, where even the fiercest warriors must tread carefully. But what happens when a master of the dark side enters this unforgiving realm? Will his Sith training and ferocity be enough to conquer the lands between, or will the trials of Elden Ring prove too great, even for a Sith Lord? Join me on this epic journey as Darth Maul navigates through dungeons, encounters formidable bosses, and discovers the hidden secrets of the Elden Ring. This is the crossover you never knew you needed. How's it going, everybody? The Mythical Pickle here, and welcome to Elden Ring. If you're a fan of the Star Wars series and love the ruthless trials of Elden Ring, then look no further, as today we will be answering the question nobody asked for, but everyone needed. Can you beat Elden Ring as Darth Maul? First things first, this challenge run's gonna be a little bit different from my previous one. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. I'm not particularly great at FromSoft games, but I love playing them from time to time, and Elden Ring in particular holds a very special place in my gaming heart, as it was one of the first Soul-like games I ever fully completed. Boss-wise, that is. But that being said, I'm not exactly the quickest at completing these kind of games. So I'll likely be splitting the challenge up into multiple parts, and hopefully it'll turn into a nice little series for you all to enjoy here on the channel. Now, with that out of the way, let's dive into the rules, shall we? To start off, we have some standard rules that are likely to be seen in future challenge runs. That is, no summons of any kind aside from quest mandatory ones, of course. And I might make the exception of the Mimic in later boss battles, as it would technically be too far off from Darth Maul's canon anyways. But in reality, using the Mimic or any other summons seriously takes away from the challenge of Elden Ring, so I'll do my best to stay away from it for now. And most importantly, I must beat the main story and defeat the Elden Beast. Now for our more unique rules, since Darth Maul is so well known for his double-ended lightsaber, I will be limited to only using the twin blades for this challenge run, as well as some fancy spells that will up the vibe of a Sith Lord. Also, considering Darth Maul is only ever shirtless or in a black robe of some sort, I will be required to wear armor that has a similar look. And yeah, that's pretty vague, I know. But this is less of a requirement and more so a way to keep our character looking like the Darth Maul we all know and hate. Also, as a side note here, I will be allowed to wear any kind of metal leg armors, as Mr. Obi-Wan did quite a number on you now, didn't he? Regardless though, this still means I'll have an incredibly low poise and damage negation for the entirety of the playthrough. Great. Now, without further ado, let's see how the dark side fares in the lands between. Alright, well first off, we gotta select a character base. Now, I thought about this for a little bit. Since none of these guys actually start with twin blades, I think I'm leaning towards the warrior class. The character stats are perfect. It's like 2 levels off from being able to wield the very first twin blade, so it's definitely a good default. Now, let's set the name. Of course, it has to be Darth Amalius here. Now, as for the keepsake, I mean, there's some like interesting options in here, but I think I'm gonna go with the tried and true golden seed to try to get that extra flask right at the start. It can be pretty helpful. Now, the rest of this can be pretty boring, so I think I'm just gonna send you into a quick little montage here with some royalty-free music. Have fun. There's the Sith Lord we know and love. And with the character creation complete, I think it's time we sent the Death Lord, Sith Lord, into the realm of Elden Ring.
And one other, whom grace would again bless, a tarnished of no renown.
You sure about that?
Hey, we're in it. Let's f***ing go. It's the first thing. time for Elden Ring butthole. I think that's as good of a start as we're gonna get. Now let's go see what kind of trouble we can get into, huh? Now first thing we gotta do, of course, is try to see how long we can survive the scripted death, huh? Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. Ah yes, the horse hero, come to save us from our demise. Alright then, finally free from the cutscene. I completely ignored the tutorial because, let's face it, I'm already a Sith Lord, so it's only a matter of time before we become the Elden Lord. Right? And at long last... smell that air. Yes, Limgrave. Ah yes, the anguish and suffering is all coming back to me. Well, if we really want to get this thing started off right, we gotta get ourselves a twin blade. And I believe that's actually located somewhere around here in a place called the Dragon Burnt Ruins. Alright, just open. Hey, get out of the way. Get out of the way. Damn rats. Alright, so should be chilling in. God, yeah, this isn't exactly what I had in mind. Okay, I don't know how I'm gonna get out of here, but I'll see you guys when I do. Yeah, that's about right. Well, how about that for a first death, huh? Finally back out in the open where I belong, I decided to do a little digging and found that the dungeon I was looking for is actually located in a building that I can't just jump into, regardless of being a Sith Lord. So, that means it's time to go find our good friend, Torrent. Whoa, ghost lady. Who the f invited you? Can you just slide over that whistle nice and easy like? I really better get going. I'm actually quite uncomfortable right now.
But you, I am afraid, are maidenless. I can play the role of maiden.
Oh, snap! I think Darth Maul has some unspoken riz I don't know about. Alright, I see you. Ah, yes, finally the whistle. Thank you. Think I'll be going now. Now then, let's see if we can actually jump into the place that we need to get into. I'm pretty sure it's this building here. There we go. And would you look at that? A hidden little dungeon. Let's see if we... Hey, go in there. How do I get off of this thing? That wasn't it. And neither was that. And here it is. The Twin Blade! Now that we got the keystone to this entire challenge run, how about we begin, shall we? Like I mentioned at the start, we're just about 2 rune levels away from being able to wield this twin blade properly, meaning we need a farm for those sweet, sweet runes, which just so happens to be perfect timing as Darth Maul's been itching to show off his prowess with a blade. Yeah, Darth Maul's definitely not gonna let that one slide. And there we have it, level 18 dexterity. Alright, now we can wield this twin blade like a true Sith Lord. Look at that. Pretty much looks the same. Let's go. Aha, so that's how you double hand it. Hey, look at that. Now that is much more Darth Maul-like. Ah yes, it's all coming together. Okay, well, how about we go fight Margit, huh? I think we're ready. Yeah, I'm gonna write that one off as a case of bad luck. Anywho, in we go then. Margit, how nice of you to join us. Ooh, yeah, forgot about that. A face only a barnacle could love. Alright, all we gotta do is stay alive right now. Alrighty then. Round 2? After getting absolutely pulverized by Margit, I decided to farm the cretins that hang out at the front gates for their tasty, delectable runes. And I also did a bit of upgrading. Next up on our to-do list is to make sure our Sith Lord is looking nice and spiffy. I mean, look at him now. Doesn't exactly look like the menacing Darth Maul we all know. So with a little elbow grease, I found that the nomadic trader actually sells some nice robes that can at least get us a bit closer to looking like the Sith Lord. And thanks to the wiki, I know exactly where to find him. Liurnia of the Lakes, a part of the map that is normally unlocked by defeating Godric, the second Elden Ring boss, but since we can't get past even the first one, I'm gonna go ahead and take my secret escape route. And after gallivanting across the right wall of Stormveil Castle, I finally made it to the lake. Now, it really didn't take long to spot the merchant. However, the robes we need cost a pretty penny, so we're gonna need to do a little bit more farming. But this time, Darth Maul's gonna get a bit of an assist from our good friend Torin. And at long last, the robes were mine, and our Sith Lord was looking much more Sith Lordy, if you know what I mean. And since we're pretty well upgraded now, I decided to attempt Margit again. It probably won't go the same as last time, right? Oh! Alrighty then, let's try that again.
Emotional, damn it!
Well, since I clearly wasn't any closer to defeating Margit, I made my way back up to the lakes to acquire a spell that I should have gotten a long time ago. The Blood Flame Blade. And after some brief rune farming, I was able to level up my faith in Arcane enough to be able to use it. Ooh wee! Look at that! Well, in case you missed it, Darth Maul now has the dark side coursing through his veins once more. I have a feeling Margit's in for quite the treat. It should also be noted that while I was out rune farming, I also collected the Green Turtle Talisman, which will increase our stamina recovery speed greatly, something that is quite necessary for a twin blade. But that's enough yapping for me. Now I think it's time we show Margit why you should never wrong a Sith Lord. Alright, we're getting there. Oh hell no, he's gonna pay for that. Son of a bitch. And after a hard-fought battle and more deaths than I'd like to admit, Margit the Fell had fallen. Now, considering that battle took close to 2 hours though, I wasted not a second longer making haste into Stormveil Castle. Also, side note, f*** this guy.
Nice.
Things were going pretty smoothly at first, especially with Darth Maul's new assidious powers. That was until the damn Daggerhawks decided to stick their beaks where they didn't belong. Yeah, that's gonna leave a mark. Anyways, after running frantically past them, I dealt with the rest of the locals with relative ease. I even stumbled upon the sorcerer Roger, whom bestowed upon me another gift of the dark side. Oh yeah, that's gonna come in handy for sure. And eventually found myself at the next boss gate. Now, considering that not much had changed gear-wise since we fought Margit, I had a strange feeling things weren't gonna go our way. But nevertheless, Darth Maul looked fear straight in the eyes, and then shrugged as he breached that gold fog.
Claim as a lord. I command thee kneel. I am the lord of all that is golden.
Well, that happened. Clearly I'm just a bit underprepared for old Godric here. So against his will, Darth Maul was forced to tuck tail in Rune Farm. But before I got too carried away on defeating the same enemies over and over, I felt that this was a good time to make use of the second talisman slot that Margit so graciously unlocked for us. Now, the twin blades Darth Maul has come to be so familiar with are designed to deal lots of quick strikes in a short amount of time. And keeping this in mind, I decided the best talisman to get right now would be none other than the Winged Sword Insignia. This will greatly boost our damage output after each successive hit. But in order to get it, I had to tread through a deep, dark, poison rock cave filled with countless fungi people that were not exactly happy with my being there. And it's not exactly my idea of a good time either, but regardless, we pushed through. And after getting lost in the toxic sauce for far longer than I should have, I finally reached the boss gate. However, I found it highly unlikely I could ever even reach the boss fight without being afflicted by the poison debuff from the toxic water sprawled across every damn corner of this cave. This didn't seem to matter too much though, as within 2 or 3 attempts and a whole lot of Estus flasks, I had defeated Discount Melania and got the talisman. Oh yeah. Godric is absolutely fucked. And after all that painstaking rune hunting and a quick change of clothes, it was time once again to face the Doom Spider.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
Well, shit. And as Darth Maul took his final swing, the easiest Great Rune boss in the entire game had been slain, which meant Stormveil Castle no longer had anything to offer old Darth Maul. So, in the interest of becoming the true Elden Lord in a somewhat timely manner, we shoved on to the Great Lakes once more, where misery was surely hiding. But hey, at least we're looking fresh as hell now. Let's f***ing go! We finally made it! Hey, what's up? Oh, whoa, And that does it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed Darth Maul's first dive into the vast world of Elden Ring. I know I sure did. And there will definitely be a part 2 coming soon, so be on the lookout for that. Anyways, I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and as always, remember to smile.